We want to get back out live to this homicide investigation in Southwest Charlotte. Law enforcement currently speaking. Let's listen in.
Some shots were fired into a residence here. Those rounds struck a 4-year-old male inside the residence, and unfortunately that male was pronounced deceased on scene. Homicide detectives have arrived on scene, as well as our crime scene personnel. This investigation is active and ongoing. And they are working through the pieces, trying to bring closure to this incident right now.
Are there any other injuries?
I'm sorry?
Are there any other injuries?
No, ma'am, no other injuries other than the deceased.
Do you know where the car is, suspect?
We do not know where the suspect vehicle is. We do have information that a black Dodge Charger with red brake calipers was stolen from the scene, and it fled from the neighborhood at a high rate of speed.
These were random bullets in the air.
I'm sorry?
These were random bullet shots.
These are absolutely not random bullet shots. These were fired directly, intentionally into this residence for reasons we don't know. And it's very important to understand that when you discharge a firearm, someone or something is going to stop those rounds. And when these rounds are negligently discharged like this, this is what happens. Someone or something gets hit. These rounds do not vaporize into thin air, and in this case, this young man was unfortunately suffered the consequences of the actions of these suspects. Somebody out there watching me knows who's responsible for this, knows the identity of these suspects, and these people need to be held accountable for this incident. So we would ask anybody that has information related to this case to call Crime Stoppers, 334-1600, and share that information with our homicide investigators.
Do you know how many rounds were fired and why they may have fired?
I don't have information on the why behind all this. There's no good reason why, and I don't know the exact number of rounds. That's part of the ongoing investigation that we'll be working on. But there's no good reason why anyone would discharge a weapon into an occupied residence as a result of trying to take a car. It just doesn't make any sense.
Any estimate as to how many rounds were fired in total?
I don't have any information on specific numbers of rounds right now. That's part of the ongoing investigation and what they're working on determining.
How frustrating is it to come to a scene like this? Especially
this is absolutely tragic. Every crime is frustrating, and especially every homicide is frustrating. When you talk about the death of a child that should be getting up and going to school right now, that was absolutely not responsible in any way for these circumstances unfolding. This is absolutely frustrating and infuriating, and our investigators will be throwing everything we have at this, absolutely every resource we have at this, and we need the help from the public watching this to help us with this investigation.
One more question.
Was this person, maybe I missed this, I don't know, but was this person returning fire, or he was just randomly just shooting at something?
That's the most frustrating part of this. There is no indication that anyone in the residence discharged any weapons or presented any threat to these suspects whatsoever at this time. That this was, for whatever reason, rounds were fired into this residence unprovoked, and this is the result. We now have a deceased child.
Okay.
Thank you
So much.
Thank you, Major.
The full media release going online shortly, as well as a copy of the video of Major Kendall's stand-up. Any additional information will be coming from our office. And send your questions
listening into Major Ryan Kendall there with CMPD. I just want to recap some of the things that we heard from Major Kendall. If you're just joining us, we now know that a 4-year-old boy was shot and killed in that residence, as it seems the suspects stole a black Dodge Charger with red brakes. It fled from the scene at a high rate of speed. They do not know where that Charger is right now. They are asking for the public's help in that, and they're asking people to call Crime Stoppers. We heard Major Kendall say one of the most frustrating and infuriating parts of this is there's no indication that anybody in that residence had a firearm, provoked the suspects in any manner during their stealing of this Dodge Charger there. So they fired shots into that residence with no clear provocation or any reason why they would shoot inside of that residence. But as you heard the major say, there's somebody always on the other side of those bullets. Those bullets do not evaporate. And sadly, a 4-year-old young boy is now dead. We'll continue to follow this here on Queen City News, both on air and online.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.